From their complicated history at Bad Boy Records to the storm of allegations against him, Lil Kim is revealing disturbing details about P. Diddy. Lil Kim and Diddy have history, going all the way back to the 90s with Junior Mafia. They were crushing it together at Bad Boy Records, releasing hit after hit. This was Lil Kim's golden era, and she was the undisputed queen of rap. But things went south after Biggie's passing in 1997. There was a power struggle with Diddy at the label, and she felt that he didn't offer her the same level of support as he did for other artists. Some years later, in 2005, Lil Kim went to prison for a year, and that's when Diddy completely abandoned her. Lately, everyone's been exposing Diddy's not-so-great behavior, and it's obvious that Lil Kim has a lot to say, but she's waiting for the right time to expose everything about him. Since Cassie sued him back in November, more and more accusations keep flying his way. The latest voice to speak up against P. Diddy is radio personality Miss Jones. Appearing on the podcast Pink Champs, Miss Jones detailed a disturbing encounter with Diddy during a past interview. She alleges that he made threats of violence during a commercial break on the on-air segment. Diddy didn't know the tape was still running, so the entire altercation was recorded. He made threats about putting her in a trunk. She was clearly beginning to feel unsafe, and the situation was about to get out of hand fast. Luckily, fellow artist Lil Kim stepped in to defuse the situation, telling Diddy to leave Jonesy alone and that she doesn't hurt anybody, after which the rapper calmed down. Miss Jones went on to call Lil Kim her hero and claimed that she saved her that day by standing up for her. The radio host's experience adds weight to the entire controversy about Diddy's character, and there's no way that there won't be any new accusations coming to light anytime soon. Jones went on to say that if men aren't going to stand up for what's right in these allegations against Diddy, they should just stay silent. So far, the rapper has not responded to Miss Jones's allegations. It's obvious from the way Lil Kim stepped in between Diddy and Miss Jones that this isn't the first time she's seen his darker side. She's been by his side long enough to know the type of person he is. Recently, Lil Kim appeared on Lizzo's Spotify podcast, Good as Hell. During the interview, the rapper described her encounters with the king of pop, Michael Jackson. She revealed that producer Rodney Jerkins played Kim's track Queen Bitch for Jackson, who loved the song and even wanted her on his album. The king of pop reportedly loved the way Kim rapped and described her style as sexy. It's obvious that Kim would have been super excited to hear of this. MJ was one of the few artists she always dreamed of collaborating with, and her dream was finally coming true. Until Diddy stepped in and stopped the collab from happening. Puffy was her manager at the time, and Kim described him on the podcast as controlling. He acted like she was his little sister and had complete control over her business. Allegedly, he had beef with Rodney, which got in the way of Lil Kim's collaboration with MJ. When she later encountered the legendary music producer, to her shock, he asked her why she didn't want to be on Michael Jackson's album. Obviously, Kim had no idea what was going on behind the scenes, and the regret she feels about missing such a massive opportunity still pierces her heart, as she sadly claimed that the memory makes her want to go somewhere and die. But this wasn't the only big opportunity that Diddy blocked her out of. The rapper also revealed that she was stopped from jumping on the iconic Thong Song on an episode of Rap Fix Live. She could have brought on some of her signature sass to one Cisco's biggest hits, until once again Diddy stepped in. Diddy suggested hardballing the record exec, who wanted her on the track, by backing her Junior Mafia pal Lil Cease in another set of negotiations, so both parties got what they wanted. The record exec didn't buy into that, and the hit track came out without Lil Kim, resulting in another regret she's piled up through her career. It's clear that Lil Kim is still haunted by everything she's been through at Bad Boy Records in the 90s. More than 11 years after the biopic Notorious was released, she's still hurt by how terrible her portrayal in the film was. If she had any creative say, she claims she would have done it totally differently by playing her character herself. She also didn't like the actress who played her because she looked nothing like her, and the actress didn't even do her the courtesy of reaching out to her before filming. But Diddy, being the executive producer on the film and knowing Lil Kim on a personal level, could have done a better job by making her a part of the process, since the story is about her too. But instead of being a faithful portrayal, the entire film felt like a spoof to her. Portraying her as someone who couldn't even write her own songs and was only famous because of Biggie shows the Queen Bee a whole new level of disrespect. But no feeling of betrayal comes close to when he ghosted her while she was in prison. It was the time she needed his support the most, but he was nowhere to be seen. No letters, no phone calls, no visits, nothing. You can feel the hurt with which she describes the isolation she felt, noting that he didn't even try to reach out or make sure that she was okay. Even people like Oprah reached out, sending her 3 letters during her time in prison, but the one person she looked up to, he seemed to have vanished from her life. To add salt to the wound, he quickly moved on to Lil Kim's worst rival, Nicki Minaj, who people claimed was the new queen of rap. At this point, Lil Kim could no longer hide her pain, and she went on stage in Baltimore to call Diddy out, claiming that he should be ashamed of himself for not having her back. In response to the queen of rap comparisons, Lil Kim stated that you can't just make another Lil Kim, referencing the idea that she was the blueprint Nicki Minaj was being made to follow. Lil Kim is a legend in rap, and there is no one who could replace her. So you can imagine how frustrating it must have been when she wasn't getting the love and recognition she deserved, especially after her release from prison. Diddy responded to her allegations in a radio show by saying, "We still riding with Nicki, and we're still riding with Kim," claiming that Nicki isn't copying her, and they're being respectful. So Lil Kim should stop acting crazy, and he has nothing to apologize for. Ouch. The Queen Bee didn't hold back, claiming Diddy was a hypocrite since he'd stopped her from dissing people he liked or wanted to work with in her lyrics. So why didn't he have her back when Nicki dissed her? There are so many red flags in this situation. Lil Kim has years worth of dirt on Diddy, but there's a lot on the line if she speaks up about what went on behind the scenes of their time together. For now, there are a ton of allegations that keep piling up, accusing him of a range of serious offenses. These accusations are casting a shadow on Diddy's career and reputation. Though he hasn't publicly responded to the allegations yet, the situation is under development, and there's still time for Lil Kim to speak out. Perhaps she's making sure everything is legally in order before she makes her move and reveals the extra details about what she went through while she worked with Diddy and how he treated her. But for now, Diddy's reputation has started to plummet. He's losing out on endorsements and brand deals, and his business empire is starting to crumble, with his clothing line being phased out by Macy's, marking the beginning of his downfall. So, from the storm of allegations against him to their complicated history at Bad Boy Records, this was Lil Kim revealing disturbing details about P. Diddy.